Continuing in our series of videos on DNS Server, let's talk about how do we verify whether DNS Server is successfully installed or not. So, first of all, DNS is a role. So what you have to do is, first of all, you need to go to Server Manager, and Server Manager is typically the icon right next to your Start button in Windows 2012. If it's not there, you can always right click Start and go to Server Manager, go to Control Panel and Server Manager. Plenty of ways to get there. Okay. In Server Manager, you have to first connect to the local server. After you connect to the local server, up here in the Manage menu, you have the option to add roles and features. So you click on that. So notice a wizard comes up which helps you to install roles, role services or features. And we go next. You have to select the installation type. You have two options. One is role based or feature based or remote desktop services installation. So we are going to select role based. Go next. Now make sure you select the local server. So you select the local server. And there we are. So you now are at the page to pick, select one or more roles to install on this server. Notice that DNS is already installed, but we just confirming that DNS server is a server role that you need to install on the Windows server. Since it's already installed, I don't need to go next. I'm just going to cancel out of here. Once DNS is successfully installed, the first thing you will see in Server Manager is the DNS Admin Tool, which is right there. And you can also go to the Tools menu and you will see the DNS Admin Tool. The DNS Admin Tool gives you a connection to the DNS server, and it also shows you if any forward lookup zone, if any reverse lookup zone, if any trust points, if any conditional forwarders have been set up. Also gives you a connection to the global logs, and in there is a DNS events. In DNS events, you can check for all the events related to DNS. Now, notice that there are too many events. So our focus generally is on the errors and warnings, but we will come to this in another video in troubleshooting. Right now, we're just showing you how to confirm that DNS is successfully installed. So make sure that the DNS role is installed. Make sure that you can connect to the DNS admin tool. Make sure that you can create or connect to the forward lookup zones, reverse lookup zones, conditional forwarders, and global logs. Now, next, what else we need to confirm? I'll close this, close this. Upon a successful installation of DNS, the registry. So this is the registry editor. And in the registry editor, if you browse to HKey local machine, system, current control set, services, and DNS, notice that this DNS folder is created only after the successful installation. If you don't find this here, it indicates that DNS server is not installed on this server. What are the contents or what are the main ingredients for DNS? Here is the main ingredient, the path. The path is system root system32 DNS. That's where it's actually installed. So let's go and check this path. So now if you go to File Explorer, you go to C, Windows, I'll go back to Windows, then system32, and then scroll down to DNS. There it is. So this is again installed only upon a successful installation of the DNS role. And in here, you will find the following subfolders: backup, which actually has a backup of your DNS file for the forward lookup zones that we have created, async local, async 2.local, the log, and this is the MSDCS. So what does it indicate? It indicates that a file is created for every forward lookup zone created in DNS. So let's verify what are the forward lookup zones in DNS. So let's go here and I'll bring it this side by side. It's easy to compare, right? Let's bring it side by side. There we go. Notice that under forward lookup zones, we have MSDCS, async local, async.local, async2.local, and then of course the log. So that's confirmed. So these are the different ways in which you can confirm that the DNS server role is successfully installed by going to all these different locations and verifying the same. So to implement DNS, you must configure the server and install the DNS role. The DNS server must be configured with a static IP address. Let's confirm that. So if you want to confirm that it has a static IP address, you go to Control Panel, Network and Sharing Center, go to Change Adapter Settings, select your Ethernet connection, right click, go to Properties, select TCP/IP version 4, go to Properties, and verify that we have a static IP address. In addition, you should configure this so that the DNS settings point back to the server. So our IP address is 225, the preferred DNS server is the same. It is recommended that you give it an alternate DNS server, especially in a large organization, you're likely to have more than one. And if you don't, you can point it to the gateway which takes you out of your network, which is 0.1. If you want to configure more than 2 DNS servers, then you click on the Advanced tab, you go to the DNS tab, and here you can add up to 12 servers. So it's not recommended that you have so many. The only reason why we have more than one is for fault tolerance. In case the first one doesn't respond, you go to the second and third and so on and so forth. So if your internet services provider has provided you with other servers, for example, let's say this one, then you can add it and so on and so forth. Now this is not a real DNS, so I'm going to remove it. But that's how you add it. Okay. So that's it for this presentation. We have demonstrated to you how the DNS server role can be installed, how to configure it, how to confirm that it is successfully installed, how to verify that everything is good. In the next demonstration, we will talk about DNS troubleshooting. Thank you.